All right, guys, I want to talk to you about the Hartke amp. Now that I've had the stack for a while and I've used it, I've taken it out and done a couple of gigs on it. I want to share with you my impressions. Peace. How y'all doing? First of all, what I like about it, you can see the amplifier is on. The Shure Wireless is on. The MXR preamp DI is on. I'm going from the wireless over to the DI, out of the DI, right into the amp. And you know what you hear? Nothing. This thing is dang near dead quiet. I get really close to it. I can hear a little tiny bit of buzzing going on back there. Just you can't barely hear it. Okay, so that's one thing I really like is that this thing is dead quiet. Really nice. I like that a lot. I've had my Ampeg tube stuff was never this quiet. It always sat there and hummed and made all kinds of noise. All right. Then there is the fact that this top cabinet is 45 pounds. The bottom cabinet is 35 pounds. These are the HL models, the HL 410 and the HL 115. Okay. These things are super light. All right. The HDs are 20 pounds heavier on the 410 and 10 pounds heavier on the 115. Okay. They're deep enough that they do a fairly decent job. They're sealed cabinets. They're not ported. So they're really punchy. I like that. I like the metal corners are a really nice touch to protect the corners rather than plastic or ABS. That's great. I really dig that. Here's the one thing I don't like about it, and that's, you can see right there, you see those marks? All right, that's after the first time I took this rig out and played a gig, I ended up with those marks. Now, I'm nice to my equipment. I'm very gentle with it. I don't beat it up. I don't throw it around. And, that happened from, I have a rack that I sat on top of it, and the rack slid just a little bit over the edge. It dropped over the edge here, and it right here at the edge, it got right through the covering. Now, the difference between the HL and 410 is not only the weight, but the covering. The HL and HDs, they have different coverings. The HD has a Tolex covering that's, glued on. It's kind of like upholstered. But the HL series, they have a painted finish that looks like Tolex, but it's more like a pickup bed covering. But as you can see, it's not very thick. So that's a little bit of a problem, and I may be calling Hartke about that because this is their flagship rig. This is their top of the line rig. This stuff is not cheap. And, I'm going to ask him, what's up with that? How is it that first time out, I get a rack that just slides a little bit on the front and it tears right through the covering. I'm sorry for, the top of the line stuff to be doing that. I mean, I need to be able to tour with this stuff. Granted, yeah, I could put it in a flight case, which would add to the weight and make it heavier because I'm moving this stuff myself. I don't have roadies. I'm not a rock star. And nobody's paying me thousands and thousands of dollars to go out and play my bass. I'm lucky if I come home with $100. Heck, sometimes I'm lucky if I come home with $50 with the way that these clubs pay these days. Anyway, yeah, this is the Hartke LH1000 head. It's a 1,000-watt head. And the Hartke HL410 and HL115 speaker cabinets. So excellent sounding rig. Love the rig. I'll keep it for years and years, but that one little thing, that bugs me. Everything else I love about it. The weight, the sound, the tone. These speakers are really punchy. My Rickenbacker and my jazz bass sound awesome through this thing. And this head is really flippin' loud. Here, let's see if I can get this thing to focus on that. And it doesn't want to focus right there. Yeah, you see what the volume is? I'm like at 1.5 here in the room, and it's loud when I play it. So anyway, there you go, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and God bless.